sitting, you are always welcome to lie down, sit up in a chair, anything of that nature. But when you're ready, let's just go ahead, close the eyes, or take a very soft, gentle gaze if you're uncomfortable with eyes closed. And just begin the process of breathing in and out of the nose. So as you inhale, just be aware of that sensation of air coming in. And as you exhale, awareness of the air flowing out. Giving yourself a moment here to just arrive. We are usually busy. The mind is busy. So give yourself a moment to tune in to being in your body at this moment with your breath. Simply breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And give your breath a bit of a rhythm or a pattern so inhale and exhale are equal and even. Choose a number that is easy for you. So maybe the number 4, in through the nose for 4, out through the nose for 4. Beginning to invite the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest function of the body to turn on, to come just by slowing your breath down. And if you needed a reminder this morning, say to yourself gently, without judgment, with just love, I am in my body, I am on my mat, I am here. And from that place of dropping in, perhaps set an intention for your practice today. Now that can be anything you'd like to bring in, or even something you'd like to let go of here in this space. And if you're unsure, just setting that intention to be present with your breath no matter what. Keeping that intention in your heart and your mind. Bring your palms together, thumbs resting right at heart center, Anjali Mudra, simply sealing in that intention. Taking a big full inhale, holding the breath in. And then open the mouth, exhale. Just go ahead, ease the palms down. Hands can go down on the knees and just start to give your shoulders some nice big circles here. So notice what's there. As I mentioned before some of you jumped on, I had a little sleep deprivation last night with my daughter, so my neck is a little talkative this morning. That's how we'll put it. And then go ahead, reverse, move in the other direction. And it's always interesting to notice how the body is different every single time we come to the mat. Sometimes we know why. Sometimes we have no idea why. And just be okay with sometimes not knowing. Let your shoulders drop down. And then plant your right palm down. Reach and stretch your left arm up and over. So stay in that seat. And then consciously drop your left shoulder. So it may want to creep up into the ear. Just let it drop. Take some nice deep breaths all the way through your right side body. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And then slowly start to circle that arm down and around. So some nice big circles here in the shoulder. Full deep breath. Good. And then as you're ready, we'll go ahead and move the arm in the other direction. So you are simply observing, doing your best to witness your body, witness the breath, your practice. My favorite quote is, the highest form of spiritual practice is self-observation without judgment. So give yourself that grace today if you need it. And then one more circle brings you all the way up, back, and around. Sit in the center, hands down on those knees, eyes closed. Go into the body. Notice right shoulder versus left shoulder. Come back into breath and just slow it down again. In and out of the nose. Beautiful. And then as you're ready, you'll plant that right palm down and then reach the left arm up and over. As you go there, relax the right shoulder, relax the left shoulder. Take a moment to just notice the breath all the way through the left side body. Breathing in and out of the nose. Good. Just be easy about it. Sometimes we think if we stretch harder or more or further that we're going to get more benefit, and oftentimes the opposite is the case. Nice. Let's go ahead and circle that left arm down and around. So taking some nice big circles here. Breathing in and out of the nose, maybe feeling that synovial fluid moving down the arm into fingertips. Warming sensation. Good. And then reverse, moving circle in the other direction. You may feel a difference in the hand, shoulder, arm, any of those places when you switch direction. Good. And then last circle brings you all the way back up, over and around, sitting in center, eyes closed, shoulders relaxed, deep breath. This time, left shoulder may be feeling warmer than right. And then let's get into the neck just a tiny bit. So you'll start to just place your right palm over on the floor, or you can levitate a little bit and then bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Again, you kind of get to choose here how much you want to do to the side of the neck on the left side. So if you want more sensation, you can levitate the hand. If you want a little bit less, then leave it close to earth. And then from here, maybe you want to add movement here. So nodding the head, yes, or even no. Just kind of go with what comes first. Often the gut feeling is correct. Any kind of movement or stillness that you need or want here. And all that stress and tension in the neck just melt away. Beautiful. Find some stillness with the head. You're going to let that left palm come to the earth. Bring your head back to center. Just pause in the middle again. Again, noticing left side of the neck versus right side. Breathing deeply into the body. Good. And now let's do the opposite side. So right hand, you can either rest it gently on earth or choose to levitate it, but bring left ear to left shoulder. Take some nice deep breaths here. Just kind of feel out that side of the neck. And then you may choose to move the head a little bit, yes or no. You might choose to just keep the head nice and still. Yeah, sometimes more is not better, always remembering that. Keeping that flow of breath nice and even. Good. A couple more breaths here, doing any movement or stillness that you wish. Good. Let's bring right hand down if it's lifted, head back to center, hands both down on those knees. Take a few circles here with those shoulders just to kind of integrate all of that we just did. Good. We'll do one more thing here for neck and shoulders seated before we move off of this seat. So when you're ready, reach and stretch your arms all the way up on your inhale. And then on your exhale, let's bring the right elbow underneath left elbow. You can either just hold opposite shoulders here, or if you want to eagle wrap the arms, you can. That's more of a sensation there. So again, choose what's best for you, either eagle wrap or hands to opposite shoulders. Use an inhale to lift those elbows up. Take a couple of breaths back behind the heart. Slow, steady, even breath. Inviting parasympathetic nervous system, inviting rest and digest into body. Good. And then let your elbows drop a little bit here. Good. Taking a few breaths there. Maybe noticing a different sensation there. Beautiful. One more deep breath here. Breathe back behind the heart. And then slowly unwrap arms, bring hands back to knees. Again, close your eyes. Just feel all the blood flowing back into the joints, the shoulders, back behind the heart. Good. And then as you're ready, inhale, reach and stretch the arms up. And exhale, let's bring the left elbow underneath the right elbow. Again, choosing to maybe hold opposite shoulders or take that eagle wrap. First couple breaths here, lift the elbows up. Take some nice deep breaths back behind the heart. In and out of the nose, slow and steady. We always have an opportunity to notice the breath in different shapes. Good. And then elbows dropping down just a little bit. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Awesome. One more breath here. Notice the fullness of breath. And then slow exhale, release those hands down to knees, close your eyes, and just feel all that blood flowing back. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and do hips a little bit, but also shoulders will stay involved. I'm gonna move my bolster off to the side and back up a little bit here for you guys. So you can come back to sit, bring your feet out. They're about mat width apart, and then flex those feet. You're gonna feel those hips activate, and then windshield wiper those knees side to side. Really feeling those hips. Ideally, you wanna have one knee kind of touch down inside of opposite heel. It's fine if it looks totally different. Good, flex those feet. Good, and now let's bring knees to rest down on the left side. You're gonna plant your left palm down, reach your right arm up and over. Option to simply stay here and breathe into that right side body. Option to press left palm and left shin bone down and lift the hips up towards the wall in front of you. Getting a big stretch. Now, if that causes any kind of cramping or sensation there, feel free to skip it, totally fine. One more inhale. And then a slow exhale to lower hips. I'm gonna turn so you guys can see, but you stay right where you are. I'm gonna bring my hands right here in front of this left thigh and lengthen my torso on the inhale, and exhale, come down to forearms. Eyes are gonna gently gaze down at earth. Breath is nice and full in and out of the nose. You can close your eyes. Make sure the neck is nice and long here. Relax the shoulders. There's a little bit of engagement, like you're kind of isometrically pulling those elbows back towards the hips. And a little flex in the feet. So you're aware of the body and space, but once you become aware, then just kind of drop in here. Sensation with that breath. Good. One more big inhale. And a nice, long, luxurious exhale. Good. Start to bring your hands all the way back up here. You're going to come through center and windshield wiper those knees side to side. Again, to integrate the twist there on the first side. Good. And then let's let knees drop down and over to the right side. And then plant that right palm down. Reach the left arm up and over. Bicep facing ear, thumb facing the floor. Again, choosing to stay down or planting right palm and right shin bone down. Lifting those hips up, giving the fronts of the hips a nice big stretch. Chest and heart opening. Full of breath here. Good. One more full inhale. And then a nice long exhale to slowly, gently lower hips down. I'm gonna again turn, but you guys stay right where you are. Hands are gonna come right here in front of this right thigh. Inhale, lift chest, heart, lengthen torso. And then exhale, down on the forearms, elbows right below shoulders like Sphinx pose. Neck is long, eyes are really soft. Good. Full deep breaths. And then just try to breathe all the way down into the belly. That diaphragmatic breath is so wonderful for getting the body to relax, to release held tension. Just breathing in and out of the nose. Good. One more big inhale. Long, slow exhale. Returning to hands, moving back to center. And again, windshield wiper knees side to side. Let's make our way to table pose, hands and knees. So coming to the mat if you're not already there. And then coming into table pose, hands and knees, spreading your palms nice and wide. Just begin to cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly down, lift chest and heart, and then exhale, round spine. We'll do this here for just about a minute. So experiment, play around. Maybe you choose to stay in one shape, take a few deep breaths there. Maybe you go back to counting your breath, maybe going for a full count of 4, 5, or even 6 to move through these motions. And then as always, anything that we do in class, if you want to take a different movement, feel free. Hip circle, anything at all. Good, nice deep breath. Just take it nice and easy today. And this is a really good thing to do if you ever have any kind of low back pain. Just kind of wake up the spine, encourage that fluid to move through. Good. Let's find neutral table, hands and knees here. And then reach your right leg back, flex through the right foot. Keep your right hip point facing down. Now you might choose just to stay here and feel your core engaged. If you'd like to, you can reach left arm forward, bicep facing ear, thumb facing ceiling. Really engage the core. Choosing to stay here, or you can bend that right knee, right foot comes towards ceiling, and maybe reach back and around if you can find your foot. Grab the inside edge of your foot near the big toe. If you've got the foot, then you can always kick that foot towards the ceiling at the same time, opening up left shoulder. Now, if you are simply just reaching the left leg back and your left arm's not even lifted, you're fine. Okay, breathing. Keeping that steady flow of breath, no matter where you are, so important. One more inhale, wherever you are, reach through, stretch through, and then exhale, slowly bring left hand down, right knee down. Find a little movement here that works for you. You might just go right back to cat-cow. You might go through some hip circles, doing whatever feels right to integrate. Good. And come back to a neutral table when you're ready. This time we'll stretch the left leg back behind you, flex through left foot, staying here, and this is perfect, or reaching, stretching right arm forward, bicep facing ear, thumb facing ceiling. Good. And then if you'd like to, you can bend the left knee here, and then maybe reach back and around, find your foot, and kick foot to hand. So wherever you are, even if you're just in part 1, it's perfect. Breathe into it, in and out of the nose. One more big inhale wherever you are, and the exhale to release. Come back to either cat-cow or hip circle, up to you. Good. Let's move back to table pose, and you're either going to stay right here in table or you're going to move to down dog. So for down dog, your palms are spreading nice and wide, especially your first 3 fingers. You're going to parallel your pointer fingers just like number 11. Knees walk back, toes curl under, coming up and back. Again, you may just choose today to stay down in table if you have anything going on with the neck or shoulders. Sometimes down dog can feel really good and sometimes not. So be okay with whatever down dog is showing up for you today. Again, self-observation without judgment. From your down dog or from your table, you're going to reach and stretch the right leg up and back behind you, bend the knee, open the hip. So if you're in down dog, have a little bitty bend in that left knee. Try not to let the left knee lock out. Good. And then when you're ready, step your right foot through between those hands. And then if you wish, you can lower your left knee. We're going to come up into a lunge here, crescent warrior. So today, if you feel more stable with that left knee on the earth, feel free to do that. Totally fine. Relax your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Good. And then either knee up or down, up to you. Bring those hands down to frame the right foot. Left hand down, right arm up. So come into a twist here. And you might come into the twist and say, I want to put my left knee down. That's fine. You can either gaze up towards the hand, the right hand, or keep the head a little bit more neutral. Nice deep breaths. Good. You're going to slowly exhale, bring that right hand down, lower your left knee, and then back your hips up. Come onto your right heel, flex through the right foot. So if your hands don't just come right down to earth, you can grab pillows or anything to go underneath them. Fold over the right leg. So think torso lengthening over thigh. Oftentimes we think it's about getting our head to go a particular place, head to knee or something like that. It's all about lengthening your torso. You can have a bend in the right knee if you need it. Now check in with your face, your shoulders, your jaw. Just be easy about it. Nice deep breaths. Good. And then when you're ready, start to bend back into your right knee. Bring those hands down to the floor. You're going to bring that right knee back beside left. And then we're going to make our way down to the belly. Nice and slowly. Thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to the earth, legs just nice and strong, engaged. Inhale, cobra. You don't have to lift super high. Exhale, lower down, touch your forehead. 2 more. Inhale, lift. You can just hover. You don't have to go very high. Exhale, lower. And then 1 more. Inhale, lifting. And then exhale back to child's pose. Either knees wide, big toes touching, or lay your belly on your thighs. Find a place for your forehead to rest. So if it doesn't just come right down to the floor, no big deal. You can grab a pillow or blanket or something. And once you come to child's pose, notice your breath. Has it changed or shifted? And then notice something true. I always say something actually happening right now. The texture of the mat below your forehead. The temperature of air outside of the nose. All of these things actually happening. Take a big inhale, hold breath in. Releasing breath, exhale. Good. Slowly coming back to either table pose, just kind of hanging out there, or making your way up and back, downward facing dog, completely up to you. Taking a few breaths in either table or down dog. If you're in table and you want to move a little bit, go for it, totally fine.
And then either from table or down dog, you're gonna reach that left leg back behind you, bend the knee, open up the hip. You can have a little bitty bend in the right knee if you wish. Just breathe in and out of the nose. Awesome. And then from wherever you are, go ahead, step that left foot through between the hands. You can, if you wish, choose to lower that right knee down. And when you're ready, you'll inhale, reach and stretch those arms up, crescent warrior, or again, knee down. Always knowing not one is better than the other. Try not to grip the floor with those left toes. You want your feet hip width apart, or if you have the knee down, the knee and the front foot are hip width. It's going to give you the most balance. Full breath here, inhale. Slow exhale, hands go down. We're going to twist. So this time, right hand will go down and the left arm will sweep up. You can always choose to lower the right knee if you wish, but try to open chest and heart over towards left. Breathe deeply into the belly. Good. One more inhale, reach up, stretch up. And then exhale, slowly bring the left hand down. This time, right knee goes down, back the hips up, flex through left foot, pull that pinky toe edge side of your left foot back towards your hip. Try to bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Again, use something to support the hands, lift the earth up if you need it. You can have a little bitty bend in the left knee if you need it. And just breathe in and out of the nose. Awesome. Relaxing face, shoulders, jaw. Good. One more little pull back of those left pinky toes. Good. Now start to bend back into left knee. Hands come forward. Just bring that left knee beside right knee. And then make your way again once more down to the belly. Inhale, chest and heart lifts. Exhale, this time right back into child's pose. Either knees wide, big toes touching, or belly lays on thighs, forehead to earth. Notice something different in this child's pose that maybe you did not the first time you were here, like the breath expanding into the ribs, expanding into the belly. Good. Now we're going to stay in child's pose for this next thing. You're going to start to creep the right hand, right arm forward, lift it off the ground, and then reach and stretch your left shoulder underneath you. So come to that left shoulder. It's a twist, and it's also a stretch for the back of the left shoulder, back behind the heart. Once you get there, you can relax that right arm and just spend a moment here breathing deeply. If this is too much, you can always come to table pose and do a similar shape with the left arm threaded under. Thread the needle where the hips are a little bit higher. Take one more big breath in, inhale. Big exhale. Good. Press right palm to the earth and then just pull that left shoulder out. Left palm reaches forward. Take a big breath in and out. Crawling left fingertips, left hand forward. Let's go to right side. So right shoulder goes underneath you. Once you find that position there, you can really relax the left arm, left shoulder. And then in your mind, you can energetically send the breath back behind that right shoulder. So just even imagine the breath facilitating the release of stress and tension. A warming, healing energy there, going wherever you need it to go today. Good. One more nice deep inhale, holding in, and exhale. Awesome. And then slowly press left palm into the earth, kind of as an anchor. Reach that right arm out. Just take a moment here, forehead back to earth, noticing breath deepening. Good. Let's start to move forward, table pose. And then again, you might choose to cat cow a little bit here or hip circle, a little bit of movement to integrate what we did. Good. Let's come back to a neutral table. And then you're going to reach and stretch your left leg back, flex through left foot, and then step your left foot through. Now I'm going to turn to face you guys, but I know we've done this before. You're going to have your heel behind that knee. You're going to open up here. So left knee is bending and your left heel can be in line with that right knee. You may want to pad up your right knee, totally fine. Okay, so inhale, reach and stretch arms out, and then exhale, start to bring left forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. So it's like a kneeling side angle, a kneeling warrior. If you want to, you can always start to bring the left hand to the ankle or the floor, but just pay attention to the right hip. You want to continue opening the right hip. And breathing right into the side body, in and out of the nose. Beautiful. Take a big inhale to come all the way up. Awesome. Exhale, let's bring that right hand to the earth, and then you're going to start to turn. So you're on the inside edge of that left foot. Now feel your hips opening, expanding. You can take your hand on top of the left hip to really feel it. And then if you'd like to, you can stretch the left arm up. So option to simply stay here. Okay, option to lift that leg if you want to. And then option, if you want to, again, you can bend the knee, grab the top of the foot, and then really press down into the earth. Big stretch open. Good. Whatever you're doing, it's perfect, I promise. Even if your foot's on the floor, it's perfect. Okay, one more deep breath in. And then you're gonna exhale, release, foot comes down, come all the way up. Good. And then to transition to switch sides, just bring your hands out in front of you, take that left knee down, and then let's just bring that right foot back up here. Okay, so we'll transition to other side. Yeah. Heel intersecting with knee. Big inhale, big exhale, forearm to thigh, and then arm reaches up and over. Good. Option to simply stay here. Option to bring the hand down. Again, check in with the left hip. You really want that to stay open. Relax the shoulders. Good. We've done so much to open them and release them. Don't let them creep up into the ears. It's a natural thing that happens, right? When the hips are being stretched, neck and shoulders can kind of be like a little speed bump, right? Good. Big inhale coming up. Ooh, exhale. And left hand comes down. You can start to come to inside edge of the right foot. Open up that right hip. Option to reach the arm up. Option to stay here or press the left hand, left knee down, reach that right leg up. Baby balancing half moon. And then option to bend knee, grab top of foot and stretch open. Watch the breath, especially if you have that foot. Good. One more deep breath here. And then gently release, come back all the way up. Inhale. And then exhale, hands come down. Bring those knees down. I'm going to turn back to do a couple cat cows here. Just integrating all that movement into hips. And then let's make our way down to the belly nice and slowly. We're going to do a couple things here on the belly and then one more thing for shoulders. So bring your hands down beside your hips, palms facing down, eyes looking down at earth. Press your feet down and just inhale, lift the upper body. Breathe in and out of the nose. Give yourself a really big inhale. See if that lifts you up, up, up. And then exhale, lower down. Stack your palms and then let your forehead just rest right here on those palms. Relax the legs. You can have your toes down, heels flopping open. As you breathe here, see if you can get the breath all the way down into that lowest belly. Just naturally feeling your low back stretch here as a result of breathing deeper. Good. And then one more belly down back bend. Bring those hands back beside you, palms facing down. This time you can keep your hands as they were the last time, or you can interlace all 10 fingers at your low back, okay? And then really open up the shoulders, press those knuckles back. If you want to, you can lift your feet up also. Check out the neck. Keep it long. Breath nice and full. One more big inhale. And exhale, lower down. Bring those palms back to stack underneath your forehead. Allow your body to be so heavy right now. It is almost as though you could just fall right through the floor. Good. We're going to do one more thing for our shoulders here before we turn over onto the back. Reach and stretch your right arm out. Have your thumb right there in line with the shoulder, okay? And you're just going to go to where your body says is okay today. So left hand is going to plant. You're going to start to roll to your right side. Bring those knees first to hug towards the chest. Okay, so this may be where you stay. This is enough. So really tune in, tap in, tune in to that right shoulder. If it says we're good here, then listen to that voice. The shoulder never lies, I promise. And then if you want a little bit more, you can start to turn so those feet come to the floor. Just breathe deeply. And then last and final thing here, if you want to, you can turn the right palm to face the ceiling. Maybe reach back there with the left hand. See if you can grab the hand, but try not to move the right hand far away from you. Nice deep breaths wherever you are. And you're gonna return left palm to earth if it's not there already. You're gonna come all the way onto the side, back to the belly, and then stack those palms, forehead rests. Ooh, big breath here. Notice right shoulder versus left. Good. Let's go to the other side, which I promise will be a different experience more than likely. So left palm, reaching, stretching out, thumb in line with shoulder, straight line. Right hand is kind of tenting here. You're gonna start to slowly, gently roll to the left hip. Knees kind of pull close to the chest. Again, this is perfect. This is enough. Trust me. If you're thinking, oh, I want a little more, and your left shoulder is totally okay with it, you've checked in with it and it says yes, then you can start to bring those feet down, okay? And then again, if you want to turn the left palm up to face the ceiling and reach back and around there with the right hand and try to find your own hand without moving the left hand. That's the challenge part, right? So be in whatever shape you've chosen here. Breathe into it. Good. If you have your hand, you can slowly return right palm to earth. Slowly bring knees back down if they're not already down. Come out of this slowly. Come back to your belly, stack your palms, forehead resting. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out. Noticing left versus right. Good. Now just slowly roll all the way over onto your back. And then once you get there, we're going to just do one more little back bend to help integrate what we just did with the shoulders. So have your feet to the floor, feet hip width, knees hip width. Now, once you come into the shape, don't turn your head. Keep the neck very long. Bring the hands beside the hips, palms facing down. Press your feet down and then inhale, lift those hips up. You can choose to just keep hands as they are. You can grab opposite edges of mat. You can interlace those hands and roll those shoulders underneath you with those nice open shoulders after we've done all that work before this. Keep your neck long. Try to breathe all the way down into your lowest belly if you can. Notice the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Release tension from there. Move that energy into fronts of hips, lifting up. Just one more. Get the back, that nice compression. One more. Inhale, lift. Release your hands. Exhale, lower. Bring soles of feet together, knees open, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your hands just kind of wherever they naturally fall. Tops of hips beside you. Go back to noticing the breath in this shape. What our practice does is it gives this amazing way to kind of train the brain to be where you are. When we're anxious or worried or stressed, it's because we're not actually where we are most of the time. So feel that breath in your belly. Feel the breath in the ribs. Good. Let's go ahead and bring those feet all the way back down to earth. We'll do one more little thing for hips here. So bring your right outer ankle to left knee, flex through the right foot. Now you might just choose to bring right hand to right thigh and gently just massage the leg. Flexing right foot will aid in getting into that outer hip on the right side. Now you may just choose to keep left foot down, pay attention to shoulders and neck. But if you would like to, you can start to pull the left thigh in towards the body. Okay, staying here or reaching left heel towards ceiling. Again, step 1, 2, or 3. Not one is better than the other. You are allowing your practice to fit the body that showed up to your mat today. Being okay with it. Knowing it will be different tomorrow and the week after. Good. Take one more breath wherever you are. Return left foot to floor if it's not already there. Return right foot to floor. And now let your knees rest in towards one another. So walk the feet out a little bit. Let knees rest in. Palms face open. This nice kind of a neutral place for the hips and low back. Good. Slowly. Feet coming back under knees, knees and feet hip width. Left outer ankle to right knee, figure 4. Flex left foot. Again, you might just take the left hand to the thigh, gently massage. Totally fine. Good. And then choosing just to stay here or pull that right thigh in. Good. And here's the thing, guys. Just because you can, it doesn't mean you have to. If you want to reach right heel up, you can. Once you practice for a while, you kind of learn the body, you know Some days just keeping it super gentle is what you need, even if you can do the more quote unquote advanced, which I don't even like that word, version. Means you give yourself permission to stay at the resting place. And then as you're ready, you can return right foot to floor if it's not already there. Left foot to floor. Feet as wide as your yoga mat, knees resting in. Nice neutral place here. Returning breath back into that slow, easy in and out of the nose pattern. Good. And then from here, let's just pull knees to chest. Just hug those knees in. You can interlace hands. You can take one hand on each knee. Do so many things here. Just close your eyes and do what comes naturally. Maybe it's a tight hug. Maybe it's circling knees, hip circles. Oftentimes the body will tell us what it needs when we get to that calm, quiet place. Good. Bring knees to center, arms to T or cactus, palms open. Let's bring knees down and over to left. And then you can look towards right. So if you have a different twist variation that you prefer, feel free to take that. It's fine. Just giving the spine a nice little final twist before we move to relaxation. At this point, you can play around with extending your exhales out a couple counts longer than those inhales. Really letting right shoulder be heavy. Nice deep breaths. Good. Let's bring an inhale into the body to bring those knees back through center, head back through center. Let's fall over to the right side, left shoulder heavy. You can look towards left as long as the neck is okay with it. Long exhale. So anytime we can extend the exhale out a bit longer than inhales, we're really encouraging that parasympathetic state. The breath is a magical key to the nervous system. It can really go either way. So using your practice to just create that breath awareness, that mind-breath connection can help you in so many areas of life. Good. Now you're going to slowly bring an inhale into the body to bring those knees back. Give yourself a little final hug or circle or anything you need. We're going to begin to move into final relaxation. So you're welcome to just lie there flat on your mat if that's okay with your body. If you want to sit in a chair or on the sofa somewhere super comfortable, feel free to do that. If you're uncomfortable lying flat, a blanket underneath the knees or pillows underneath the knees is very nice to release tension from low back. So let's begin to find a place that the body can just be and rest. And once you find that place where your body can be and rest, let's come back into the breath and consciously breathe here for a moment, in through the nose, out through the nose. And if it works for you, begin to imagine the breath as this beautiful light within your chest and heart. As you inhale, you feel that light growing ever brighter and brighter, filling up all the body with that beautiful light. And then as you exhale, feel that light now surrounding the body all the way up from the crown of the head down to the toes, that warming embrace there.
Again, feeling sensation of inhale going all the way through fingers, toes, up to top of head, that beautiful light brighter and brighter. And the exhale, the breath going out and around the body, encasing you in this nice warmth, this healing sensation. And starting down at toes, allowing your toes to just relax, let go. That feeling of letting go and the warmth of the healing attention moving to soles of feet. From soles of feet down to heels, allowing heels to simply drop down, toes to flop open. Awareness of the ankles, Achilles, letting go of all tension in the feet, the ankles, moving up to calf muscles. Awareness of any holding happening there, just letting that holding go. Feeling the shin bone in the front of the leg dropping down into the earth, so nice and heavy. Moving to the kneecaps, a warm encircling encasing around the kneecaps, stripping around to the backs of the knees. Feeling the earth accept backs of the knees, backs of the thighs. Thigh bones nice and heavy here, dropping further into the earth. Quadriceps, tops of thighs, releasing all engagement. Again, letting the legs rest, almost as though they could fall right through the earth here. Moving to tops of hips, the hip points, letting them just release any holding, sitting bones releasing. The sacrum, the low back, feeling the warmth of your awareness of the breath. Releasing, feeling that accepting, loving nature of the earth just holding you, cradling you here. Coming to middle back, letting go, and again, feeling that accepting nature of the earth holding the middle back. Backs of ribs expanding with that natural breath, that light shining out through each of the ribs as you breathe a little deeper. Feeling warmth around the chest and the heart as the breath naturally rises and falls. Moving up to shoulders. Separation on the earth of the shoulders with that deeper inhale. That gentle falling, releasing. Bringing your mind, your awareness just into the fingertips, maybe feeling a little tingling there. Letting that tingling pool into the hands, a nice warming sensation there in palms, hands. Coming back behind the hands. Moving to wrists, forearms. Coming to elbows, letting the elbows be nice and heavy. Upper arm bones, nice and relaxed. Feeling the chest and the heart, inhaling to lift, exhaling to release. Allow the arms, the torso, the legs, everything, again, to just be so heavy. You could almost feel yourself falling through the earth. Come now to the neck, perhaps feeling the subtleness of the breath dragging across the throat. Inhale and exhale. Jaw, the teeth separating, the tongue just nice and easy there in the mouth. Noticing the nose, just the breath flowing in and out of nose. Eyes nice and soft.
forehead, just relaxing any tension that you feel there in the forehead, just letting it go. Coming up to top of head, very crown of head. Again, experiencing that breath as like a warm blanket over the entire body, this enveloping, encasing this healing energy here. And the entire body from the back of the head all the way down to the toes. Noticing the earth below you, imagining the rock below the earth, the heat, all the way down to the core of the earth, feeling that energy there at the very center of the earth connected into your body. Letting you just take all of that in, this relaxation, feeling of connectedness. And then take a very big inhale all the way through fingers, toes. Hold that breath and feel the fullness here. Open the mouth, exhale. And small movements, fingers, toes. Gently reaching arms up overhead, taking big stretch here. And a nice big exhale to hug knees back in, and just giving yourself a beautiful embrace here. Sign of self-love, self-care, putting the oxygen mask on yourself first. So important. Good. And then as you're ready, slowly start to make your way over onto your right side. Just pause there. Let your bones restack. Breath move back to the body. And then gently, in your own time, no rush. You can stay on your side as long as you want, or even lying down, but you'll find a seat. Once you find your seat, let your eyes just rest closed. Give yourself a moment to be here in this energetic space, in this body now. Always remembering the highest form of spiritual practice is self-observation without judgment. So just watching yourself here. And then as you're ready, if you wish, you can bring palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center. Anjali Mudra, a seal. Sealing this practice into your body, your nervous system, letting it imprint. And thanking, honoring yourself for being here today. Taking in a full inhale, holding breath in. And opening the throat, exhaling. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Thank you guys so very much for showing up today. It was lovely to have all of you. I'm doing a breathing workshop tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. If you're interested, it's just going to be